Hey there Tesla fans, Aaron here with Rats Tesla, and today not so much a video of an install or a review of a product, easy for me to say, but more of a video for new Tesla owners or people more specifically who just ordered a Tesla. I want to talk about a couple things today that your car is not going to come with that you really need to think about getting beforehand so that when you get your car, you are prepared. So let's dive into those things. All right, so like I said, I have really three things that I want to talk about of something that you need to grab or get before you get your car delivered to you. And then I have a bonus item at the end that we'll talk about that I want you to think about when you get your car. The first one up and the first item that you really need to get is some good all-weather floor mats. When you get your Tesla, it's going to come with carpeted floor mats. Now, if you live in an environment where it's not dirty, it doesn't rain a lot, it doesn't snow, those might be okay for you. But if you want to protect the interior of your car, especially if you live in a climate where it's colder and you get snow or you get rain a lot, you're going to want something to protect the inside of your car and make it easier to clean up. Now, there are a ton of brands out there, and I've done comparison videos, and I'll put links in the description, links up above, whatever. I've done comparison videos, and I've done quite a few different floor mats. And I have three top ones that I like, that I kind of rotate in and out in my car. The first one is the 3D Max Spider floor mats. I really like the way they look, and while I'm talking about them, I'm going to throw up pictures of them and maybe some videos. But the first one is a 3D Max Spider, and it is a really nice looking floor mat. It does a good job. It's got a great lip. I like the fact that it's got a Velcro type bottom to it so that it sticks to the carpet and it doesn't move around a lot. And the second one of those is the base nor the floor mats that I've had in there before. I got those off of Amazon, and I got the 3D Max Spider ones off of Amazon as well. And I'll put links in the description down below, so make sure you check them out. And in some of these cases, I actually have discount codes. So the second set was full rubber. It was a good set, and I like it, and I've kind of set it aside. I don't use it a lot because really the first one, the 3D Max Spider, and then the next one from Jawa are my two favorites. The one from Jawa, I do have a discount code. I'll put that down in the description down below, but it is Rats Tesla. That'll save you a chunk of money on those floor mats. Now, the thing about the floor mats, they're typically all in the same price range, $200 to $250, and typically it's a three-piece set, which would include the front two floor mats and the rear floor mat. You can also get extra pieces to them, especially with the Jawa, where you can get the mat that goes in the rear to protect the rear of the car, the hatchback area, and you can also get a frunk and sub-trunk liner as well. You can get that from 3D Max Spider and from Jawa, so those are super important, and that's number one. I truly believe that you want to make sure that you have a good set of all-weather floor mats. Number two on the list is some way to charge your car. Now, I understand that there are some people that live in apartments, condominiums, something like that, or rent a home where you cannot put home charging in and you're going to have to rely on supercharging, and that's okay. Make sure you know and understand where the closest charger is for you so that you can plan your days and weeks around when you're going to go do that charging. But for the most of us, you're going to want some sort of home charging setup. Now there's a ton of different ways you can do it. If you have a washer and dryer that's close, you can get a box to junction off of that and run a long extension cord to your garage. But the two main ways to have this done are to get either the Tesla level 2 charger that you can get from tesla.com, and I'm not going to tell you a price or if it's in stock because it changes all the time. You can get that and have it hardwired into your panel, have an electrician come over, tell you how much it's going to cost. It can be pricey to have it installed because you got to think how far away your junction box is from where you want that installed, and that's going to increase the price exponentially because that cabling that has to run is very thick copper, and copper is expensive. And so to get it a farther distance is going to be more expensive. But the hardwired ones, if you put a 60 amp breaker in, you're going to be able to charge your car at 40 amps, which is a great overnight charging speed. You're going to easily be able to charge from a low percentage to 80-90% overnight and not have any issues. So that's the first way. And again, I'm going to put links and pictures and all that stuff up here as I'm talking. You'll be able to see and understand what I'm talking about. The second piece to that is there are other charging companies out there that you can order chargers from that you can then use your J1772 adapter to plug into your car. And you can hardwire those in as well. There are a ton of companies out there. If you Google Tesla chargers, I'll show you what that looks like by doing it right here. There are a ton of them. You're going to have no problems. The second way to do it is to get what's called a NEMA 1450 plug installed. A NEMA 1450 plug will run right back to the breaker, and then you can just use a plug to plug into the charger. Now the good thing about that is a NEMA 1450, if you want to run a welder or some heavy duty equipment, you can run it off of that same NEMA 1450 if your car's not plugged in. So again, that's an electrician thing. Run that plug in there and then plug it in. And I have mine done that way. I had a NEMA 1450 installed, and then I just run with the travel charger that came with my Tesla. It doesn't come with them anymore, but you can order it and have it ready. And again, I'll show you what it looks like. I'm not going to tell you prices or anything like that because Tesla changes them all the time. On top of the Tesla version of that charger, you can get a ton of different ones. I tried one from Electron EV. It worked good for a little bit, but then I started having some problems with it. I did make a video on it. I ended up returning it to them, but there are a ton of other options out there. There are a bunch of options out there. I'll throw links in the description down below for ones that I've seen, ones that are good, ones I've seen videos on, ones I have friends that they use, and you can go from there. And that will allow you to decide if you are what type of charging you're going to go with. All right. Now, the third thing that you need to think about when you get your car that it's not going to have, and you need to find a way to overcome it, and everybody freaks out about this, but I will tell you that most new cars nowadays don't come with this, and that's a spare tire. Now, you can get a spare tire off of Amazon and many different companies out there. If you just search for Tesla Model Y or whatever you have, spare tire kit, you're going to see that there is a complete spare tire kit, and you can get them from anywhere from $400. Well, I see one here for $379, and these are all from a company called Modern Spare. So it all depends on what you want with it. The one for $379 is just the tire. For $429, you can get the tire and a jack and a wrench. If you want to spend $489, you can get the tire, a jack, the wrench, and a bag to put the spare tire in. So anywhere between $380 and $490, and I'll show you a picture of those right here, and I'll also put links in the description down below of what you want or what you could get. But I will also tell you what I ended up doing is I bought a kit, a tire repair kit, because I can use it on all of my cars. It's not just for my Tesla. I use it on all my cars. As a matter of fact, my daughter got a screw in her tire, and instead of taking it somewhere to have it fixed, I fixed it in the driveway in about 5 minutes on my own with my own tire repair kit. And I'll put a picture and a link in the description down below of the one I got. And then I also bought this really, really cool air compressor. It's a portable air compressor, picture of it right here, and it's battery operated. I keep it charged up and in the trunk of my car, and that way if I need to air up my tires because they go low, pressure fluctuates with temperature. They start getting down too low. If I get a light on, I can throw it in there, throw air in there, and it does a really good job. I have aired up all my tires. Over the winter, they were all down at 36 PSI, and I run what the factory tells you to at 42 PSI. I ran all 4 of my tires from 36 to 42 on this device on a single charge, and it still had a little bit more left. Yesterday, I actually had to use it because my daughter, the same one that got a screw in it before, had another screw in her tire, a nail this time, and I couldn't find it, so I didn't want to fix it. But the tire was at 0 PSI, so I plugged that thing onto there. I set it at 36 PSI. I turned it on. It took about 5 minutes. It's not a speedy thing, but it's fast enough if you need to use it in a recovery. It took about 5 minutes. It ran it up to 36 PSI. It shut it off automatically. I undid it. She drove, got her tire fixed, and everything was good. So that is a very good product to have. And like I said, for me, that's more convenient. The little kit that I have is, I'll show it to you. The little kit is not too big, and then that little compressor, I keep the kit in my frunk, and I keep the air compressor in the back, and it charges super fast. I can plug it in right in the car and charge it and go from there. So that's what I keep in my car. Those are the 3 items that I think you want to have some sort of, you either want to get them ahead of time or have some mental plan on how you're going to handle them once you get your Tesla. Now, here's the bonus item. The bonus item for my car or for any Tesla, and this applies a lot more to the performance model than it does to the long range with the 19-inch rims, kind of applies to the 20-inch rims, but Tesla has this thing where they like to put their tires on and stretch them. So what that means is that the part of the tire that runs on the road is a little bit narrower than the rim. So the rim is not protected. So you're going to see road rash. You're going to get rash because inevitably somebody's going to hit a curb and you're going to scrape that rim. So there's a lot of products out there. There's a product called Rim Savers that you can get, and I'll have a link in the description down below. Rim Savers, you can put that on the rim. You can get it in different colors. You can get it in black so you can't see it, and you put that on there. And then if you bump into a curb, instead of giving your rim some rash, you just scuff up that Rim Saver, and you can either replace that or leave it the way it is, but either way, that'll protect your rims. And again, I will have links in the description for everything down here. If I have a discount code for it, I'll put that down there as well. But that will do it for this video. Like I said, these are my top 3 things that I think you either need to get ahead of time or have a plan for ahead of time when you order your Tesla. And this applies to all of them across the board. The Model S, the Model 3, the Model X, and the Model Y. All of those, you're going to need to deal with these in some form or fashion when you order your car. But that'll do it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. I know I've been doing a lot of reviews on products, but I got a lot of vendors sending stuff out, which is really good because that means that the aftermarket world for Teslas is growing. Competition is good. That helps drive down some of those prices. So we're going to keep that up. We've got some cool installs coming up. We've got some great little products that you're going to want to have in your car. Some products that work in every car that you get. But make sure you subscribe to the channel down below and hit that bell button. That way you don't miss any of those videos. And while you're down there, hit that like button. That only helps this video show up for other people. And as always, get out, go drive, be safe, have fun, and get ready to have that Tesla. I'm telling you right now, if you're thinking about ordering one, order one. It's a great car. I love it. I've done a ton of videos on money savings. So go back through and look at all the videos that I've done on saving money and everything that goes along with it. But thank you for watching today, and we will catch you in the next video.